Hello, it's Shrimpchu, and welcome to Ghost Study. Not Ghost Stud, okay? Ghost Study. However you feel about ghosts is up to you, but this game's Ghost Study. It's a game by Orcus. It's on itch.io. It's got a nice little sprinkle of ghosts and science gone wrong. You are participating in a study that aims to determine the effects of low-frequency sounds on the human body. Previous studies have shown that these frequencies can cause odd sensations that people attribute to paranormal encounters. What will you experience? There is a little warning about this game contains actual low-frequency sounds. Play at your own risk. So, just, passing that along. And yes, I saw this through one of Markiplier's 3-story games ages ago, and it bothered me that he didn't go find more of the notes. I'm not a completionist, but I do like to go find as many story-related little notes and things as I can, so that is what we are going to do. Let's start Ghost Study. Finally, back home. I received this package today. Let's see. Yes, let's see indeed. Stay home. Keep your teeth clean. All the things with potential spooky shadows. I love it. Because at this point I don't actually remember the game well enough. Eee! What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? 10 handles fall out and I'm just like, ooh. But this is a horror game and also not about me or Hamble, so let's read the letter. Dear student, thank you for participating. The aim of this case study is to develop a rich understanding of the physical and psychological effects of infrasonic frequencies. We prepared an audio playback device and a CD with sounds containing the mentioned infrasonic frequencies. Furthermore, we have to inform you that earlier studies have shown that this could cause minor side effects, including, but not limited to, panic attacks, feelings of fear, motor ataxia, anxiety, nausea, visual disturbance, and degraded task performance. Woo. Some participants also reported odd sensations that they would then attribute to paranormal encounters. This is why we also call these frequencies the ghost frequencies. If you are experiencing any of the mentioned effects, please remain calm and stop the audio playback immediately. You may also end the experiment at any point. We've prepared a feedback form in which we will ask you to report your experience. In my little headcanon of this world, it's like I am a student in 2020. I can go nowhere. I am doing research projects for money in the safety of my own little home. Like, is this a bedroom or a dorm room? I feel like the lack of personality dorm, but I also feel like it has more thing. It's very big. I don't know. I'm gonna stop running in circles. Open the Discman. Put the CD in. Close Discman. Nice speaker though. Play. Strange sound. Everybody just feel bad for OBS for this game, because clearly it's getting it more. Yes, what a strange sound. Listen closely. Doing so, yes. Ooh. I should close the window. I think it might be a bit late for that, but sure, let's close the window. Ass face. Where was the hallucinations in that list of side effects, huh? Closing the window. Everything is fine. Pick up the note. Note found. Pastebin. Okay, there's a password on the Pastebin, so, yeah, we need to figure that out. Excuse me? Could the door not creepily open while I'm trying to read a note? No, I'm studying. Go away. Ghosts respect responsibilities, right? Right? No. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, close the door. Say no thank you to the spooks. They care about consent, right? Every horror situation ever goes, yes, because everyone consented to die. No, they do not care. Oh, hey, hello, little note. V. Tandy. Okay, so can I just... Oh, don't do a knock. I don't want to knock. The itch.io page said to try Googling the text on the notes, so, V. Tandy's Google results are basically either a British engineer or some kind of law case thing. Concept of alcoholism as a disease. R.V. Tandy. I just want to find more notes. Or just the next thing in general. Oh! There's a person. Hello? Goodbye. I dare say we have our ghost of our study. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna turn this thing off. When they have a smart decision. Stop playback. That's quite... I do not enjoy that I feel so dizzy. Yeah, I do not enjoy that frequency. At least, like, in general, it's okay, but it's the continued exposure. My ears are just like, this isn't very loud, but it's not very pleasant. Could we stop? I should lie down and rest for a moment. Yeah, what could go wrong? Hey, note. highereducation.Chris Arnott. Yeah, higher education Chris Arnott. This is clearly going in something about Chris Arnott explains why Vic Tandy of Coventry University is doing time in a cellar, and there's ghosts involved. Ghostbuster! Chris Arnott explains why Vic Tandy of Coventry University is doing time in a cellar. She called herself a white witch, one of 3 as it happens, who had visited a 14th century cellar near Coventry Cathedral at different times. Word had spread that there was a presence down there. Whatever it was certainly put the fear of God into witch number 3. She was up the steps and through the tourist information office, which stands over the cellar, almost before staff had noticed she'd gone. Almost, but not quite. Carol Jung, assistant manager of the tourist office at the time, noticed that the witch looked frightened to death, and she wasn't surprised. She too had had first-hand experience of the apparition and felt as though she were intruding, disturbing something, when she took tours down the cellar. Others had been affected as well. Colour was seen to drain from the face of a writing Canadian journalist, who said later that he was sure the face of a woman had been peering over his right shoulder. Ooh. News of these strange phenomena had spread not only to the community of white witches, but also to Coventry University. Vic Tandy was more interested than most. He is experimental officer and part-time lecturer in the School of International Studies and Law. He could also be described as the university's chief ghostbuster. 2 years ago, he and Dr. Tony Lawrence of the psychology department wrote a paper called Ghosts in the Machine for the journal Society for Psychical Research. They cited infrasound as the cause of apparitions seen by staff at a so-called haunted laboratory in Warwick. Tandy has just sent in another contribution to the same magazine. It is called Something in the Cellar, and it nails the culprit which terrified a Canadian journalist and a white witch. Infrasound again. Infrasound. What's more, at the same level as that found in the Warwick laboratory, 18.9 Hz, as the 0.9 suggests, this is a very accurate reading established over a lengthy period using a sophisticated spectrum analyzer from the university's Department of Engineering. Infrasound is not easy to measure because it vibrates at a frequency below the level of human hearing. Indeed. Evidence from NASA and other sources suggests that it can cause you to hyperventilate and your eyeballs to vibrate, says Tandy. having established its presence here at a level likely to cause anxiety and apparitions. He is now trying to establish why some people are affected and not others. Meanwhile, he is developing a device, a sort of litmus test, which will detect the presence of infrasound. It won't cost thousands, and it won't require a 13-amp plug. That does rather restrict your areas of research, he says with a grin. For the time being, he's using another spectrum analyzer, cheaper than the one belonging to the engineering department and battery-driven. Still, with its stylish silver case and its laptop screen, it looks rather... Okay, I'm going to start skim reading. You are more than welcome to pause and read fully, because I just want to get to the spooks. Yeah. Modern science, ancient history. Surely science 21st will find ghost history, but me explain that. Not necessarily. When it comes to supernatural phenomena, I'm sitting on the fence. That's where scientists should be until we've proved that there isn't anything. Says Tandu has some personal experience of what it's like to feel a ghostly presence. Yeah, ghostly experience. It happened some years ago when he was designing anesthetic machines in that haunted Warwick laboratory. A cleaner had already given in her notice, complaining that she had seen a grey object out of the corner of her eye and gone all cold. Tandy was working late one night when the grey thing came for him. I felt the hairs rise on the back of my neck, he recalls. It seemed to be between me and the door, so the only thing I could do was turn and face it. It disappeared, but only to reappear in a different form the following day, when Tandy, a keen fencer, was oiling his foil and changing its grip for a forthcoming tournament. The handle was clamped in a vise on a workbench, yet the blade started vibrating like mad, he remembers. This time it was daylight. There were other people around. Although the hairs were rising once again, he was determined to find a scientific explanation. Why did the blade vibrate in one part of the room and not another? Because, as it turned out, infrasound was coming from a fairly new extractor fan. When we finally switched it off, it was as if a huge weight was lifted, he says. It makes me think that one of the applications of this ongoing research could be a link between infrasound and sick building syndrome. Tandy has yet to establish the source of the infrasound beneath Coventry's Tourist Information Centre, but he is coming to the conclusion that it has nothing to do with the sandstone cellar in the former Benedictine Priory. The highest readings are in the doorway and the corridor outside. That's what's resonating. It's a modern corridor built a few years ago to provide access for tourists. Some visitors have apparently been spooked before they even set foot over the cellar's threshold, although they might take some convincing of that, especially the White Witch. Okay, so the first note clearly was actually about British engineer Vic Tandy and not anything else. Don't go with the majority for Google results. Sometimes it's not the way. I like how this is tying into actual peoples and actual doing researchy things. I feel like I'm going on a spooky treasure hunt, and I really like that. Now let's find more things I don't like. Well, that is 2 notes. Let's, yes, lie down. Yeah, lie down, nothing will happen. I appear to be in the closet. Listen, I know I might be comfy here, but on this occasion I did not place myself here. Which side's the door? Hello? Let me out. Open the closet, yes. How did I end up in there? I suppose the answer could only be ghosts. Not sleepwalking. Never sleepwalking. You started again. Ooh. Took me a moment to realize. Buttons are not working. Oh no, the buttons are not working. It doesn't stop. I can't even pull out the cable. What is happening? Alright, what? I should have a hammer around here so... Oh, okay. I see, we're going straight to the smash it up, which, okay, yeah. Cutting straight to the chase. There's a nice toolbox here. Convenient hammer. I am, once again, just gonna run around in case there's a note. Because I like notes. Okay. Prepare to be bonk. What? How is it still playing? Spooks. We will go with spooks as our first answer. Hello, are there any other notes I'd sure like? Another note, please. Hello. Well, now what? Oh. Noose on the tree. That wasn't there a second ago, right? I already did a circle of the room. That wasn't there, right? Right? Okay. Noose on the tree. So you mean like this tree? Outside? I don't want to look outside. I was about to say there's no noose in the tree, but then it appeared. Oh, okay, I'm assuming she that's, you know, her noose, and she's not happy about it. Considering the witch she mentions in that article, I'm like, do you think this is gonna be like a witch ghost? Like ye oldie. Okay, this one's a YouTube. Okay, so that note takes us to Discovery's little Mythbusters video on the Haunted Hum. Gotta love your Halloween specials. Because I don't really want to play this on my YouTube channel, I will put the link to this down in the description. You can, you know, if you want to pause this video, go watch this now for the experience, or just continue on with me after this video. But watch the video. They set up a bunch of speakers in like a little cabin house thing. I'm sure there's more to obviously shoot that episode, but that video was basically like the setup and how they felt about the sound. Anxiety. Okay, that is 3 notes found. We are progressing nicely on the notes. I knew that could be hard to Excuse me. That was a little uncalled for. What's the sound? Oh shit. Oh, that's right. That's and probably the photo and the but why? But what? But why? Check. What? She just took a hammer to the face multiple times. I don't think you need to check that. We heard all those whacks. Sarah? Sarah! Is she? She is. I didn't. I thought it was. What? What have I done? 4 out of 6. Damn it. Okay, this is the, okay, right now, this is the survey. Right now, well, I'm kind of in between these. It's been about 40 minutes of recording, so we'll just go for the 30. Discomfort in ears. None. Experience something that could be described as a paranormal encounter? Yes. Do I believe in ghosts? Yes. Were you alone during the experiment? Maybe. Do you think you were really alone during the experiment? No. So I'm feeling pretty good. We found more notes, but I want more and more notes. Where could they be? There's a note here. Oh, no wonder we missed that. Basement 1116387. Medieval basement. Reference number. We're gonna go to Wikipedia just because. 3839 Bailey Lane is a former building whose present-day site is accessible from the Herbert Art Gallery and Museum in Coventry, England. Okay, still Coventry. All that remains is the medieval undercroft, a 14th century cellar that initially belonged to a wealthy merchant. Yeah. Its reference number is the 1116387. Do towards the window in the north wall of the undergrowth. I would like to see that. Okay, is this the thing that's like haunted? Is it the reference? It does have that old spooky vibe, you know, mostly because it is old. Basement, character, yeah, that's its reference number, map. Okay, cool, cool. Should close the window, but look, here it is, here it is. Here's the other note. Bailey Lane, 3839, which ties to that basement. Like, that's where that basement is. So, I'm a little bit like, cool, it's tying everything together, it's multiple information going in the same place. Maybe if you hadn't quite, if Google hadn't been as kind, I don't know, with the basement note, or if you missed it. I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping to be something like completely different, but I'm like, cool, yeah, okay, tie things together. We did it! We found 6 out of 6 notes, which means the password is sound for the Pastebin. Excellent. Oh man, I was trying to guess. I tried Ghost Study, I tried like Infrasound, but it's just sound. Oh. Something in the Cellar PDF. Richard Wiseman Resources Ghost Machine PDF. Oh, these are... They were mentioned in the various articles. I said various articles, there was like one article, but they were mentioned in our other findings. And this one's in the Wayback Machine, Big Tandy, Investigation of the link between infrasound and the perception of apparitions was performed in the 14th century cellar based in... Okay, interesting, interesting. And the Ghost in the Machine. Okay, I get some Tandy's research. But thank you so much for watching. Feel free if you want to check out any of my other content. I have a variety of spooky things, and I like to build things from games in The Sims. Most recently being the Man of Letters bunker from Supernatural, and if I'm uploading this one, I think I am, the Pokemon, the house from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Other spooky things pending, because oh boy, did I play a game ago. I want to build this in The Sims. Seriously, I started playing Resident Evil 7. You'll see that on here eventually. I kind of want to build the house in The Sims, but I'm also like, oh boy.